Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now I've only got 2 bands for you today, but they've got pretty long tracks, so it's still going to be quite a long video probably, 6 and 7 minute tracks. So I've only got 2 for you today. I don't want to make the vids too long. Now, pretty much what we've got today is good old heavy metal. It's kind of old schooly in a way, but the bands actually are pretty different genres. One band's thrash metal, they've been going since '98, and the other band is called themselves Mellow Death, but the vibe of these bands is pretty similar. The sound of these bands is pretty similar. So I think if you like one or the other, you'll like both of them. That's why I've put them together. And as I say, the tracks are pretty long, so we're only going to get 2 in today. Now, this first band, as I say, these guys, I checked them out, they've been going since '98, which is veteran status now. This is Just One Fix. They got a track for us called Proxy God. So let's just check them out and see what they're all about. It's a bit quieter, so I'm going to crank it up for us. Yeah. These guys are pretty deathy in their own way. Nice guitar tone. Drums sound good as well. Yeah. Nice shouty, gravelly vocal. Dope. These guys are heavy. Yeah. Money on self starts with higher. Nothing of money, a funeral. Twisted destruction, corporation. Fool yourself, this is the crusade. Nice, thick, chunky guitar tone. Drums sound great as well. You can hear the bass in the mix, even though it is thrash. It's got a nice low end, you can see that on the waveform. It's nice and wide, you can see that on the spectrum. Yeah, heavy vocals. Nice riffage, nice mix-ups. High energy thrash as well, you know, this isn't the drawn out stuff. These guys are pumping it. Yeah. Vocals remind me a bit of a Sepultura. It's got that kind of gravel to it, it's got that kind of tone to it and the weight. Dope. Sets are one of my favourites. Dope. As this track is 6 odd minutes long, I'm expecting a nice fat solo in this. I'll be disappointed if we don't get one. Might be coming along by the sounds of things. Got a bit of bass there nicely. And drawing out a bit instead. Sounds good though. I like the ting of the ride. Excuse me. Yeah, drums sound great, cymbals sound great. You can hear the bass nicely in this part as well. Nice guitar tone. That bass sounds great. Yeah.
Holes in your palms, dollars in your eyes, blood and oil. Holes in your palms, dollars in your eyes, blood and oil. Black rises to the top.
Could have made the cymbals a little bit more washy for this part, just to fill out that high end even more. Just give them a bit more sustain. Dope. Chunky. Here we go. Nice tone. This is what I was after. Yeah, that was dope. Every so often you get a nice catchy, excuse me, you get a nice catch of the ear on the bass. Doom, 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 doom. Goes like that through the riff, it's nice. Nice effects on the vocals in this part as well, and push it back into the mix a little bit. Give it a bit more atmosphere. Dope. That's what thrash should sound like in 2020, in my opinion. I don't listen to a lot of thrash anymore. That's the end of the vid. I don't listen to a lot of thrash anymore, but we've been listening to some more since we've been making this show and coming across these kind of bands. And modern thrash, in my opinion, sounds like it should. Thick, thrashy, but chunky guitars. They've cranked up the bass in the mix as well, so it doesn't sound like the 90s where it was too thin and too tinny. It's got a good low end to it as well. The drums sound good. They've got a good low end to it. Vocalist in this band was heavy as heck. As I say, remind me a bit of Max Cavalera with his style, with his tone, with a rasp at the back of his throat, which I've got as well from allergies. But yeah, just kind of thrashing, heavy, fast. They broke it down nicely for us as well. Big long track. It was an epic track. Didn't seem too long either because they had all the parts in there that you should. We had the nice, fast, high energy start. Then they broke it down for us very nice. Then they brought back the energy. We had a nice shredding solo, which I was expecting and I was hoping for, and they delivered, so fair play to that. And then they ended off the track nicely. It was a well-written track, took us on the journey through the music as it should. The changes felt right as they should. Very good stuff. Thrash is going well. And these guys have been going since the 90s, late 90s, so they've been thrashing, 20-odd years now. They know how to do it. Anyway, this next band is a band, they got a big-ass name, Gigantomachia. I think these guys are from Italy. I think the last band were from New Zealand, so we've gone across the world with this one. This is a track called Immortal. Now, I had a look on their page, and I'm pretty sure that these guys like to sing about Greek mythology, which we saw a bit of that kind of stuff in the last video. So, we'll see what this one's all about. I'm pretty sure it's going to go nicely together with the last track. If you enjoyed that one, you should enjoy this one as well. So let's check it out. Now this one's louder, I'll turn it back down. Let's get rid of that red. Fat guitar tone, chunky, bubbly, thrashy, sounds good. Nice weighty drum sound. Yeah, these guys have got a big sound. It's nice and wide, it's nice and loud. It's got good mids, it's got a good low end. These guys have got a thick sound. Heavy vocal again. That rhythm guitar tone is so thick. It's absolutely filling my ears with the headphones on. Somehow they've managed to get that lead tone to sit over the top of it quite nicely though. Drums sit well in the mix. But yeah, the guitars are really panned out nicely. They've got such a thick tone to them that it just feels like it's like you're wearing earmuffs. I've got a good low end to this one, but I can't hear the tone of the bass quite as well as we could in the last band, because every so often the tone of that bass in the last band really cut through the mix nicely, separate to the guitars. I think what's happened in this one is the guitar tone's so thick, so chunky, and it's got a decent low end to it as well. The kind of bass is just supporting the low end of the guitars. That's fine, no worries. Nice energy in this one as well. Not as shreddy as the first solo, but it was cool. I like a bit of tremolo riff. I would have added a bit of more reverb to that though, just to get it to kind of sit in the mix a bit more, have a bit more wash to it, but it sounded cool. Yeah, these guys are chunky. Dope. Heavy. Heavy. Breaking it down. Nice vocal layering going on in there as well. Really thick, heavy mix. We're not done yet. cool video with the animation as well. Yeah, this lead guitar part sounds nice. I think they got the right amount of reverb on this bit. That is a thick guitar tone. Moving it about nicely, some nice changes of energy. It's all very weighty and heavy. Big wide sound. Got that nice melodic edge to it as well. Pretty nice. As I say, I think if you dig that first band, you'll dig this band as well. Because I certainly did. I thought they both had a good sound. They both had a kind of similar sound, fat, chunky guitars, a good low end to them, good drum sounds, nice energy within the music, moving it around, talking about ancients and all of that, gods and all that stuff. So same kind of vibe within the lyrics and the themes of the band. They're both pretty long tracks, 6-7 minutes long. So they had a lot in common, in my opinion. That's why I grouped these two together. And I didn't want to group another kind of 6-7 minute track in with them again, because the vid would have been too long. Nobody watches any of the vids that are that long. So I'm trying to keep them pretty short. What are we at? We're already at 17 minutes. So I'll stop waffling on. I hope you enjoyed these bands today. Got different bands every day this week, different genres every day this week, as we do. So if you've enjoyed this one, you might enjoy tomorrow's, or if you don't enjoy tomorrow's, you might enjoy the next day. So like and subscribe and all that stuff, and check back in tomorrow and see what bands we've got. But I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. See you around. Bye.